Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, you have been wonderful with your support of me on the Bulldog Show relative to YouTube and subscribers and downloading the app. You've been fantastic, and I appreciate your continued support on YouTube. In addition to that, you've been also fantastic relative to Rumble. We're up to 5,000 on Rumble. Also, you've been fantastic in checking out Bulldog Reports and downloading that app. So I hate to ask you one more time to do something, but this is really important as we go forward for the rest of time into infinity. BulldogTV.com. We really want you to go to BulldogTV.com and sign up, because we're never going to have to worry about that being edited, censored, down, suspended. We hope. Of course, who knows where we're headed as a country. But at least for now, we don't have to worry about anything when we post it on BulldogTV.com. And we're going to add shows to BulldogTV.com. We're going to put we're going to do lots of things with BulldogTV.com. It's our own network. Just starting. So let's jump into it. First, I rarely do this, but I want to focus on something. A day in history. Today in history, in 1881, is the famous shootout at the OK Corral. I know, like many of you, Tombstone is your favorite Western movie of all time. I love Tombstone. I love the story of Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. I've read biography, I've watched documentaries, and I'm fascinated. Now, just to let you know, there is one place in my home office with a perfect location for an historical portrait of some figure that would sit behind me as I work every night diligently on my second shift. Out of all the historical figures, I've thought it through. I thought about Abraham Lincoln. I've thought about Churchill. I've thought about all the founding fathers. I've thought about Teddy Roosevelt. All of my favorite people in history, Patrick Henry, so forth and so on. The one that I have chosen, and I have requested for a nice, well-framed picture, is the one and only Doc Holliday. That's correct. Of all the historical figures, the guy that I want hanging behind me in my office wall is Doc Holliday. Why? Because Doc Holliday was cool. Doc Holliday was a badass. Doc Holliday was a badass because he didn't give a damn. And Doc Holliday was actually a good badass because he helped Wyatt Earp get the bad guys. That's a historical fact. All right, let's jump into the news. First, there's a poll out from the McLaughlin Group that Trump blows away Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in 2024. That should shock nobody. Biden's cough. Did you see this video? Biden coughing into his hand, no mask, then shaking hands with freaking people. It's off the chart. It's as bad as Biden's Cornelio or whatever it's called moment. Like this, talking to Anderson Cooper. Harris and Biden. They don't make too many joint appearances anymore. You know what? Old Kamala Harris knows a sinking ship when she sees it. She's running from old President Joe. Can you imagine the private conversations that are going on as these people try to hold on to power, gain power, line up for the next election? They're all gangsters. They're all scoundrels. Omar, that wonderful congresswoman from Minnesota, says all the violence in Minneapolis is caused by the police. Just shameful. They just got to keep talking. McAuliffe, down in good old Virginia. McAuliffe says, and he said this in 2019, he said that racial diversity in school training is as important as math and English. Don't we learn how to treat each other in the ordinary course of life? Parenting, coaching, schools. That's an everyday occurrence. You don't need a course on it. Natural gas. You ready for this? If there's one thing that we had more than anybody else was natural gas. We're now buying natural gas from other countries. Joe Biden taking dependency and making us dependent. Last but not least, Oracle status to Enes Kanter. who never got to play at the University of Kentucky, and he has spoken out against Turkey in a big way at the risk of his life. He's now speaking out about China and the sweatshops and Nike and the tennis shoes and so forth and so on. Good for Enes Kanter. He gets Oracle status. Make them nervous, Enes. Make the NBA nervous. Make them all nervous. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you have a great day.